Good morning, Surveyor Lim. We are from RQS Group 1, Subgroup 4, and I'm the leader. My name is Chong Yi Fei. These are my group members, Yu Jo Wee, Yong Li Xin, Lim Yong Zi, and Thi Ting Hui. Next. Now, we are going to present about the assignment question 3, which is discuss most important criteria a potential contractor must possess in order to win the tender. These important criteria will also be strongly taken into consideration by a consultant quantity surveyor in a tender evaluation report. Okay, here is the point 1, good management and technical skills. Means that the contractor is able to monitor and conduct the works executed properly according to the client's and the consultant requirements. This can show the expertise of the contractor and the knowledge of the contractor on how he managed the administration on the site. Okay, for example, the first example is the contractor can plan wisely on the worker's job scope. The second example, the negotiation of the contract with the clients must be met client's requirement. Communication with the suppliers and the contractors are important too. The third example is if a contractor have a good management and technical skills, the planning of the work schedule for the project will going smoothly. In conclusion, this can this can show the contractor is able to perform his work professionally as he has a good work method and technology that makes his team more competitive and perfect. And I will pass to Joey.
Okay, hi Severely, my name is Yu Joey. One of the criteria that a contractor shall possess in order to win the tender is financial stability. A good financial control can ensure ongoing project runs smoothly. So usually during the tender stage, the contractor are required to submit financial status for evaluation of financial performance. For example, balance sheet, income statement, details of cash in hand, debt and company asset to quantity surveyor for evaluation purpose. The balance sheet will reflect whether the balance sheet will reflect the assets and the liabilities of the contractor. The income statement will reflect the profitability and the business activities of the contractor company. The details of cash in hand and debt will reflect whether the contractor is able to perform immediate economic action, such as buy material or pay the debt in cash. While for the company asset, there are five types of the company asset, which are lands, office equipment, senior workers, buildings, and plant and machinery. For lands, usually for the big contractor, they will buy lands and keep as company asset, so that when they run the project, they can charge the land to the bank to borrow loan, or else they can develop the lands. Office equipment such as fax machine and printers are also company asset. Senior workers is also one of the company asset. This is because it is not easy to retain good employees in the company. So if they manage to retain good employee in the company, and after some time, the employee will turn to senior workers. Okay, the building the contractor or the company own is also part of the company asset. And the last one is plant and machinery that the contractor or the company own. For example, concrete mixer or the dump truck. Yeah, this also form part of the company asset. If not, the contractor will have to rent from others. Okay, so financial stability can reflect a contractor ability to handle the project. And it is normal that the contractor bank account in the red. This is because they owe bank loans and they spend more money than they have in their account. But there are still some contractor who manage to maintain a positive balance in their bank account. So if a contractor can maintain positive balance in his bank account, it gives the employer confidence that this contractor is capable to allocate resources, assessing and managing financial risk reasonably. So financial stability is one of the important criteria that the contractor shall has in order to win the tender. Next, I would like to pass to Lisit.
Okay, so good morning, Soya Lim. My name is Leong Li Xin, and now I'm going to present the other criteria, which is resources available. So a contractor should have sufficient resources available for the project, and the resources can be classified into two types. which is human resources and physical resources. So for the human resources, it means the staff or worker available for the project, while for the physical resources, it means the plant, equipment, and material available for the project. So other than the resources, an evaluation on the contractor's project in hand should also be considered because it can find out whether the contractor has enough resources for the new project or not. So the resources available also indicate the productivity of the contractor when completing the project because all the clients want their projects to be done on time and with quality. So the contractor should also ensure the resources are being utilized effectively according to the resource management plan. So what is a resource management plan? It is a plan that shows how human and physical resources will be estimated, acquired, developed, managed, and controlled. So the human resources are developed and managed, whereas for the physical resources, they are controlled after they are estimated and acquired. So it is better that the resource conflicts must be reduced in order to make good use of the resources to prevent any wastage or excessive utilization. So now I will pass to Yongzi.
Good morning, Sabrina. So my name is Yong. I will continue the next point, which is relevant experience. So relevant experience is an important thing to consider when it comes to choosing a contractor. So a contractor who has experience doing the type of work that client propose, it can make the job go much smoothly than if you hire someone without experience. So as a CQS, you want to find a contractor who has relevant experience working within the type of budget and timeline you have for your project. So a contractor with relevant experience working on similar projects will increase the likelihood that they have the appropriate level of professionalism to work on your building. This is especially important as a contractor with a high level of professionalism will be able to appropriately handle. So the next point is one of the best markers of future success is past success. So if the contractor recently and successfully completed a project with many similar elements as the one right now, there's a good chance that they can do it again. They have learned how to approach the project successfully and what types of issues can potentially arise. So to evaluate which contractor has the best experience for your project, first you have to determine what specific elements your project will entail. Look at the scope, the square footage, and the conditions under which projects will take place. What types of rooms or spaces are in the building? How big is the project? Will the project take place in an occupied building or is it a new construction? Then make a list of those elements and ask the contractor you're considering to provide examples of projects they have completed that fit this kind of qualification. Keep in mind that in some cases, the experience may not need to be identical or to be relevant, but knowing that your selected contractor has successfully incorporated similar elements in past project is very important. Clearly, the relevant experience of contractor can have a big impact on the finished product and your experience during the project. Take the time and ask the right questions before you decide which contractor to choose for the project. Next, I would like to pass to Qi Wei.
Good day, Surveyor Lim. My name is Diding Hui. Now I'm going to talk about past performance. First, it will help CQS and client to understand more about the contractor. Past performance is including with three things. Firstly, the timely execution for a reason project. Second is the reasonability of cost, and the last one is the quality level of the previous project. Past performance is important because it shows the reputation of the contractor. The length of time in contractor career also shows the past experience he had during his career life. If the contractor has bad past performance in his previous project, for example, project wasn't complete on time or extra expenses were added, this kind of contractor will not be selected easily. Last but not least, past performance is very important because it holds a decisive factor to win any tender. Now I'm going to pass to Ife for the Q&A.
Good morning, Surveyor Lim. I'm Yi Fei, it's me again. And we are going to talk about the Q&A question, which is question 3. What are the good track record of a contractor? Okay, here is the first point. Good relationship with his team and clients. If the contractor have a good relationship with his client, for an example, he is listening to the client's opinion so they can help the contractor truly understand what the clients need. And when the clients feel heard, they will more likely to respond positively to the contractor. Then the clients will feel cared and will have 100% of confidence to the contractor. And when the contractor have a good relationship with his team, the workers, everyone will keep in a positive thinking in every construction stages, even face a problem on the site. This can help to solve the problem without conflict and prevent those feelings from spilling over to the client and possibly solving them on the job at hand. Here's the last point. If a contractor is a very easygoing person, he can talk about with his client by his past performance or the building relationship of other authority by a gentle conversation. Besides that, the contractor can inform the client he will use the advanced technology to provide the best possible service ever. So the client will have a higher expectation on completion of the project. Next, I will pass to Joey.
Okay, hi Savelim, it's me again. I'm Joey. Okay, never delay and had many past projects is one of the good track record the contractor should have. The construction period is usually more than a year, and a performance that has never been delayed prove the contractor has good control over the ongoing project. Never delay in project reflect a lot of true fact about a contractor, like good time management, good financial control, good social relationship, responsible and consistency. Indirectly, this also reflects that the contractor has good character as business partner, so there will be fewer contractual problems. Okay, contractor who has many past projects should be a very experienced contractor to handle the project. The contractor encounter many contractual problems in the past project, so the contractor has good skills to deal with such problems. Yeah, this is because the contractor already learned from the previous projects. In addition, with good track record, contractor can borrow more loan from bank to finance for the project. This is because the good track record of the contractor give the bank confidence that this contractor has lower risk for his business. So the bank is willing to borrow more money to the contractor for him to run his business. The contractor is also more sensitive to the price changes and he has a better chance to submit the bid amount which is the closest to the amount predicted by the client quantity. So this is by accumulation of experience. So if the contractor already has so many past projects, so the contractor is more likely to submit the bid tender amount which is the closest to what predicted by the client quantity surveyor. Okay, next I would like to pass to Lisi.
Okay, hi, it's me again. I'm Li Xing, and now I'm going to present the other good track record of contractor, which is good workmanship and quality output. So the good workmanship means that the high quality of work to be delivered by the contractor, and in the construction industry, the local authority has set the standard of the quality of building works, and the contractor needs to carry out the works properly according to the standards to produce high quality works. So these conditions or standards are usually written in a contract, which is an agreement that's signed by the contractor and the client. And this means that the contractor is responsible to comply with all of these standards to satisfy the requirements of the client to ensure that the building works is safe, functional, usable, and ready to be used by the resident. So other than the quality, the contractor needs to complete the works on time and minimize the defects that would happen in the construction. The workmanship will show the management skills of the contractor as whether they can handle the projects based on the requirements or not. So the contractor needs to make sure that the building complies with laws and health and safety standards, which means that the materials used will not harm the safety and health of the users. And we can say that the contractor and his team must implement the good practices for every construction project in order to keep the good track record on themselves. So now I will pass to Yongzi.
So hi Severine, my name is Yong. So to answer these questions, I would say good financial standing is a good track record of a contractor. So construction is an inherently risky endeavor that needs a proper financial management, even more desperately than other businesses. And as research study have found, many of the failure of the construction companies can be attributed to poor financial management, and it includes the use of cash and management of other assets such as machinery and equipment. So the next point is the financial reporting and analysis give an idea of the financial position of the company, which is important for making bidding and other decisions. So the financial analysis of a contractor's account involves assessing their past, their present, and expected future financial position, so that any risk which they may bring to the project can be highlighted early on. In the pre-qualification and bid evaluation stages, the main objective of the financial analysis is to determine the contractor with the financial capability of developing and delivering the project to the client's requirement. It would involve scrutiny of their accounts to determine the profitability, solvency, liquidity, asset strength, and payment history. So next, the financial ability of a contractor refers to their financial position and ability to effectively manage their finance and continue to meet the contractual obligation without the need for assistance. So construction companies are severely affected by other influences such as inflation and interest during a boom time and a reduction in construction activity during a recession. So if a contractor would want to make a loan, the credit rating of the construction firm is very important and decided by individual lenders who uses their own criteria when deciding whether or not to lend the money. But they also rely heavily on data supplied by credit rating agency. So if a contractor has a poor credit rating, they may be unable to pay their suppliers and subcontractors during the project as agreed. So the financial failure of a contractor can be catastrophic to a project. So this should be one of the typical checks that a CQS should go through to see the contractor's financial standing. Contractors who financially unstable might be considered of high risk, therefore should not be considered in long-term or big-scale projects, where the risk of one of the contractors not delivering due to the lack of staff, equipment availability, or other reasons are very high. So to reduce exposure to risk, it is important to have a true grasp of both the capability and financial status of a prospective organization before appointing them. Next, I would like to pass to Kiki Hui.
Hi, it's me again, Survey. Okay, my question is how the past performance expand his business. Having a good past performance will help the contractor to win the tender, and contractors will have a chance to expand their personal connection with good performance in their construction project. It is also a great chance to enhance his business. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah, here is the end of our presentation. Thank you for Surveyor Lim and thank you for
Thank
our group,
you.
every group members. Okay.